Okay, so and the word, that's right, was, okay? Okay, so you got ain over there, or was. And the word was with. Now, what's the Greek word for with? Well, that's pros. P, rho, omicron, sigma. Okay, so there you go. Pros. Okay, now this is a P. Is equal to our P. Let's back up. Okay. All right, this is a P. Okay, let's put it over here. Okay, let me just write it over here so you could see it. Let me write it in a capital form. Okay, there you go. That's a capital P. Okay, it looks like a stool. I like to say that it looks like a stool. That's a P. You're gonna find that in the name for Peter, Petros. Okay, or father, Patros. You're gonna find it in the name for Paul. Okay, you're also gonna find that in the name for Pontius Pilate. Okay, let me get rid of that. Then you go back over here. Okay, and so this is the deal. We have P. Now we're trying to write pros. So this again, remember that the rho looks like a P. So, but that's the, I have it capitalized there, so let me just backtrack. Now, that's a rho, okay? It's not a P. Remember, we're not dealing with English here, okay? So that's a rho. That acts like our R, like in roof or Randy, okay? So far, let me just backspace. We have P, rho, and then the next letter for pros is omicron, which is equal to our O. Then you have sigma, which is equal to our S. So that means with, okay? It literally means in Greek that the logos and the theos were face to face with each other, okay? Literally. They were one in nature, but they were face to face, okay? That's what it means. So, in the beginning, all right, here it says, en arche ein ha logos, okay? Ha logos ein pros. Now the next thing is tan. Tau, omicron, nu. Now what is that? Well, tan means, beloved, it means also. It means also the. It doesn't mean also. I mean, it means the as well. Now you have the omicron over here. Let me just put it separately. There are different definite articles. Forget about this for now, okay? Let's just. I don't want to. No, I don't want to erase it, but I'm just going to tell you. There's different definite articles that means the. Let me start with one. Omicron, you already know. Okay? That means, so just space it, a little bit. Then you have another definite article that means the, and that's actually tain. Okay? That means the. Then you have another definite article that means the. Okay? Let me see. Two. That means the. Then you have another definite article that means the. Let me see if I put tan, though. No, I did not. So let me put that now. Tan. Okay? That means the. And I can go on and on. Literally, I can keep you here all night giving you the whole bunch of different spellings of definite articles in the Greek. Now, the reason why it's different is because in certain instances, they have to match the noun spelling. The spelling of the noun. Okay? So, and you're going to see that right now. So, you have tan, which means the. Okay, so far you have NRK in beginning was the logos or ein ha logos, and the Greek word kai ha logos, the word was or ein over here, ein pros with. The next word is the in English. It won't be in English anyway in English Bibles, but in Greek it literally says that this logos was with the God. The God. So, let's write that down. So far we have the over there, or tan. Let me space and write a capital theta. Now, this is what they had, okay? They had capital theta and then capital sigma, and that was God, meaning that was the spelling for God. In Sinaiticus, they abbreviated the word for God. Okay? Now, they used to have a black line over here, or something like that, whatever color they had. indicating that this means God. Okay. Now, just really quickly, the reason why some manuscript says in 1 Timothy 3:16, the reason why some translations has he was manifested in the flesh was because, I don't want to get into it too much, but they had this, which means he. See the confusion? See? This means he or who. Okay? The early manuscripts had that. Okay? Now, when they abbreviated the word for God, it looked like this. And that's where the confusion took place. But I can't get into that now. Okay? That was just for free. Alright? So let's get back to this. Now, Zobar. Okay? Now, let me see if I could just, highlight this again. And right over here. Okay? So what we have here, dear people, okay, is so far we have NRK ein ha logos, okay, ha logos ein pros ton thean. Now this is the thing. This means the, meaning ton over here. Let me give you the Greek letters. Tau. Let me just backspace. Okay. Okay. Tau, which is equal to our T, Omicron, which is equal to our O, Nu, which is equal to our N, okay? Now, I already wrote Theos, so let me just, Theon, I should say, which is the same thing, but I have to be very correct, because that's going to be the problem later on. Not really with the Theon, but really with the Ton, okay? Now, okay, so let's write it. Theta is equal to our TH, okay? And it's spelled out THETA in Greek manuals, okay? Then you have epsilon, you already know that. Omicron, you already know that is equal to our O, and epsilon is equal to our E. Okay, so Nu is the next letter. Now it means God. Okay, now the main spelling for God is Theos. Okay, in lexicons and stuff like that. Okay, what have you. But the reason why it's Theon is because, all right, we have a ton over here, okay? And you can even say that in reverse. I mean, what I'm trying to say, so you can basically understand it in layman's terms, okay, is that the definite article has to match the spelling, okay, of the noun, okay, in most instances. So that's why you have ton, theon, okay? Now, that's the deal, okay? So let's check this out. So far you have NRK ein ha logos, okay, ha logos ein pros ton theon. Let me just stop that over there. Ton theon. Okay, so or in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. Greek word pros for with. Okay. Or in the literal Greek, it says, "And the Word was with the God." The God. That's the problem with the witnesses. Okay, and I'm going to show you. And God was the Word. Okay, so let's just write that. And God was the Word. Okay, Kai and God. Okay, you have Theos this time, because that's how it is in the Greek New Testament. Theos. Okay, and Theos, or God, was the Word. Was the Word. So you got ein, eta, nu, the Word. Okay, Omicron, and then, let me just put logos over here. Okay, so for, this is, John 1:1c. There's 3 parts in John 1:1, A, B, and C. Okay, all right, so let's write logos. Okay, lambda, omicron, gamma, omicron, sigma. And I'll just put a period so you could just, this isn't a period like that, but, I'll just put a period anyway, so you can know that's the end. All right, guys, so you have the whole sentence here. You have the whole verse, okay? And so that's just the deal. NRK ein ha logos, okay? Ha logos ein pros ton theon, okay? Theos ein ha logos. And let me just do it again. En means in. Arche over here means beginning. Ein, or eta and nu, means was. Okay, over here is Omicron, which means the, Logos, which means word over here, and Chi, Kappa, Alpha, Iota, which means and over here in this particular verse. And then you have Omicron, and then you have, that's my phone, I'm sorry about that. Then Omicron is right over here, means the, and Logos means word. And then you have Ain again. Now remember, Ain, remember it says it right over here too. And over here, it means was. Okay, Ain. Okay, remember this is not an N. This is an eta. Okay, and this is a nu. It's not a V. Okay, that's the only tricky thing about Greek. That some letters you think that it means what English letters means, and you have to get rid of that thinking. Even though you have about like 14 or 16 letters that it is exactly like our English counterparts. But remember, you have 24 letters in the Greek alphabet, and not all of them act like that. Okay, and I just mentioned the row over here. Let me see if I can see the row where the row is. Right over here is not a P. It looks like a P, but it's not a P. It's a row. Okay, actually it's spelled out in Greek manuals RHO. This thing right over here. Okay. So, Omicron, which the rough breathing, you're going to have the rough breathing on top of this, okay? Or over it, I should say, above it, okay? On top of it will be right there, but I mean above it will be right here. The, if I can just spell it, let me see. Let me use this graphic. So maybe I can put maybe I'll do it later on after everything is finished, okay? So, Omicron, and then that means the, Logos, Ain means was, right over here, Pros means with, or face to face, then Ton means the also, and then Theos, or Theon, I should say, this is a new over here, then Chi and, okay, Kappa, Alpha, Iota, Theos, okay, has a sigma over here, okay, there's no difference now, just because there's a Theon over here and a Theos over here doesn't mean there's a difference between the words. That is not the case. Okay? That's not the case at all. Now after that, you have Ain, which means was. Remember, you find it over here and over here. Okay? You see it 3 times over there. 1, 2, 3. Okay? It means was. Ain. Okay? Then Ha, or Omicron, which is going to be with the rough breathing. I'll put those later, the rough breathing indicators. And Logos. Now, what is the problem with the Jehovah's Witnesses? Okay, well, why, or so-called? Why do they beef and whine and complain that Jesus is a God over here? This is the reason. Because they see this. Let's put it in English, okay? In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with, in Greek, the God. Now, since the Greek says the God, okay, definite article, and the second mentioning of God does not have a definite article at all, they say that Jesus is just a God. Because in Greek, when something doesn't have a definite article, you usually, and I say usually though, you usually translate it a something. Like, if you have the Greek word, let me just go over here now. That's why I wanted this longer, you know what I mean? So I can write over here, okay? Let's put a title, push the title button, and let's say this. Anthropos, okay? Anthropos, right? Let's just put it so it won't confuse it, man, okay? I wish I could switch it now, and I can. Let me see. Let me switch the letters. I mean, the Greek into English now. Okay, well, actually, I could just go like this, actually. Let me see. Just go like this, okay? And then it'll be in English anyway. Now, let's say in Greek, if you have man or anthropos, okay, M-A-N. Now, if you just have that, okay, and you don't have this, you don't have the man, okay? If you don't have the man, what you're gonna know in Greek, it means a man, okay? Or if you're gonna put like this, if you're gonna say wife, right? You're gonna have W-I-F-E, okay? All right. He who finds a wife finds the good things, and sometimes anyway. So anyway, that's the deal.